Okay, gonna record coaching session here. So you guys are on Dragonshire, you're against
If our tank is bottom,
Dead Game.
he can scout the camp, and if we know that they're doing.
And a Nubarak.
Did
It's been Zeratul.
Is this gonna be like a common Grim partner?
possibly,
They love us.
likely.
They love you guys. Okay, interesting.
I mean, if we think that we're getting as much out of these scrims as they are.
So, to me, their second ban, they didn't ban Ana because they want to get her and some other hero, probably Diablo. I mean, you guys are the ones that have scrimmed against this team or whatever, so, um, and I think you said that they even, like, picked map and draft or something, sort of, so, uh, I think if you're banning Diablo here, knowing you're giving them Ana, that's kinda fine. But you should have something in mind to deal with the Ana, and I think right now Sylvanas is probably the best option. Because you can Wailing Arrow the Ana if she Eye of Horuses, or you can just Wailing Arrow the Nano Boost target and shut down the Ana that way. And then she's also just kind of immobile and vulnerable to the poke of and spread damage of Sylv, I think.
I would like that.
So I've been using Sylv in draft
Something I
as an
think
Ana
I've been
counter.
suggesting since like the beginning of last season is to have one team that you always scrim with, just sort of get better together.
They would definitely like that. And they have offered that when we're in season and they're off season, we can pick maps we want to run, pick orders we want to run. Okay, let's go Garrosh.
So instead they go Rexar. So now I think you guys should be able to take Ana plus something. Possibly Johanna?
You ready?
I think like if it were up to me, I would have actually maybe banned Johanna here because I would have been probably expecting they want either Ana or Johanna. I think Anubarak Johanna are like the two best tanks right now, since Anubarak got nerfed a little bit and Johanna got buffed on her shield thingy at level 1. That buff was kind of insane, since it was already like most often the best level 1, and now it's just like even better. And having like the one wave clear tank, like she's just good into everything. It does mean you kind of, with drafting Johanna, I mean, that you have to draft like a different way to engage sometimes. So usually you would pair her with like Hanzo's good. Um, I mean Zeratul, but you won't be able to get Zeratul. But I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But you know what I mean? It's like you have Hanzo arrows so that Johanna doesn't have to just like walk at people to start fights. Yep. So instead you're going Rexar Medivh. The Medivh pick here, I'm okay with it, but it's also probably not what I would have done. It kind of depends on if they play Medivh too or not. If they play Medivh, then and it's like a contested pick or whatever, or they might ban it, then picking it here is fine. But I think against like a vast majority of teams, if you're gonna have Medivh as like a pocket strat pick type thing, is that you can hold it for the 3-4 here, and that way you're not really like showing your hand too early. But I do like it with the Garrosh. I'm curious why you guys wanted Garrosh so early here, because I still think Johanna could have been good, but I think you guys were just wanting to practice sort of Garrosh pairing combos like this with like him and Alarak. Him and Lucio is a big one. Garrosh and Lucio, Garrosh and Alarak, and then Garrosh and Medivh I think is solid also.
So if they go Joe Deckard, does that mean?
So the main reason why I don't really like taking Garrosh in that situation, or at least showing that I'm picking Garrosh in that situation, is that they can go like Jaina here, plus, I don't know, Raynor would be good. You know, like they have a lot of options even. I think Sylv is pretty good into Medivh also. So yeah, I kind of like this core is fine if you want to draft around this, but maybe I would pick like just a generalist offlaner, so like Dahaka could be fine here, or they already have Rexar. This is kind of like what Scott was saying, was he needs a good generalist to pick into Rexar. Um, Dahaka would be like my first instinct here. Leoric's not bad. Maybe Blaze too isn't bad. Somebody that can just wave clear and just kind of match the Rexar, and you'll probably not ever like win the point very easily, but somebody that can just play safe in lane and have a team fight impact. Um, and then maybe just some other DPS. Like you could take away Jaina so that they can't play Jaina if you're gonna go Garrosh and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Make Garrosh useless.
No, because we have Medivh.
Okay.
And you were expecting, I think Johanna Deckard was what you
I was
said.
planning on saving Medivh for the 3/4, specifically because we're getting Garrosh and they haven't shown their main tank. I wanted to see that. Okay. Oh, I thought they did not.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ana was still open. Yeah, so I would have probably gone Ana plus something here. Ana Jaina would have been good if that's open. Like I feel like you just pick that always. And then you could have gotten this in the 3/4. Or you could have got Ana Johanna and gotten like the only tier 1 tank remaining and the only tier 1 healer remaining pretty much. Tyrande kind of up there, but Tyrande doesn't pair well with Johanna really. I don't know. You have options here, but
Look at that.
I feel like you could have started out draft a little bit stronger than this, and I feel like you kind of gave them like 3 tier 1 heroes. The good news is none of these really hard counter anything that you showed.
Where is he?
Because you've already picked your tank, so they could have actually gone Ana Jaina themselves and countered the Garrosh a little bit harder. And then they're risking you banning Johanna in that case, but right now you can just ban Jaina instead. I don't know, maybe they don't play Jaina or something and you're not scared of it, so. You guys know these guys better than I do. I've been watching a few of the stream games, but not every single one of them, and I haven't been watching them like from a coaching perspective. I've more been watching them as just like entertainment, I guess. Keep a
Fam.
rough track of how you guys are
Who do
doing.
we want to run in the off?
Not really analyzing draft and stuff, so haven't been paying attention to what they pick and whatnot. So yeah, they ban Lucio. That makes sense. Good pairing with Garrosh. Pretty much anything that either slows the enemy team or speeds up your team is really good with Garrosh. Medivh kinda does that in a roundabout way with portals, that he can reposition the Garrosh, but basically Garrosh has a hard time positioning to get on top of people to get his stun and his throw combo and taunt and stuff like that. So if you can basically make their positioning a lot harder and yours a lot easier, if you buff your movement speed and slow their movement speed, which Lucio does both obviously, then that's really good. And then also just Lucio's just a good pairing with Garrosh, because you get a lot of value out of, I mean, really any healer pairs well with Garrosh, but you get a lot more value out of the heals on Garrosh because of the armor he has. So comparing Lucio, like maintaining a tank healing, to Garrosh, it's a lot easier to maintain a Garrosh because the armor is just going to multiply all the Lucio heals, and his, like, he can't like spend burst heals on the tank really. He just kind of heals everyone at the same rate, so.
Okay, so we're gonna go Jaina, and I'm thinking Imperious.
Probably that or Urel.
Yeah, Urel wouldn't be bad into Rexar either.
Either are good. Urel's probably more survivable. Imperious is better damage.
I kind of like Urel, but not exactly if you have Medivh. Maybe it's fine with Medivh too. I like Jaina. I don't think you can give them on a Jaina. Maybe I still would just go Dahaka here. What's another good option? Trying to think. Sonya's not bad. You could maybe go Sonya too. It's a little bit harder into Johanna. I don't know. Offlane is hard into Rexar. I agree with you.
Okay,
And
let's
into
reroll.
Johanna makes it a little
Alright.
bit tricky.
Sorry, I was completely distracted this whole time. So
But Urel's fine, I think.
I like Uro because she can jump on the Rexar.
But yeah, Urel should be able
Okay,
to get a
the
lot of
breathing and the
easy
Malfurion,
resets
but
on
I
her
just
E.
wanted to make sure they weren't going to throw something
Falstead
unexpected.
Gul'dan.
Okay, definitely the Malfurion. You're going to need to be safe up top because it looks like they're going to be doing fly rotations. Fortunately, you're well, but
Yeah, they're gonna rotate
yeah,
Falstead,
let's do
fly up
Malfurion.
after they win
I was
bottom.
wondering blinds. Real exciting stuff.
I like Malf as the healer here for sure.
Holy shit.
Pairs well with Jaina.
$10,000.
That's so boring.
The
That
silence
hero
is
so
good
boring.
into
I know,
Gul'dan and
right?
Ana. And the root is good follow up on the Garrosh throw.
Here we go.
I had to order blinds.
So things to talk about. It's gonna be really hard to siege into a Gul'dan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we come up to the moments of having to siege, that
Yeah,
the
you
next
guys don't really have
time
great poke into
we'll
Gul'dan.
siege to knock him away.
Their team is kind of weird because they're a very sustain based team
Yep.
that looks
So a
bursty.
lot of the portals that I'm going to be providing,
Which is a weird
to
combination.
get us onto the Gul'dan. I think he's going to be super.
Yeah, I like
heavy
having
below
portals
what
onto
should be him as
Gul'dan
a
though.
target.
Yep.
One thing to be careful of is definitely try and watch before you enter the portal. Like Crafty can run in fine, but the others who typically follow, I like that y'all follow, but be careful once they hit 10 and Gul'dan's got Horrify. Like try and maybe bait it before you pop in and start hopping through the portals.
Yeah, another thing to think about too is like if we're engaging on them with the Dragon Knight and we're trying to use the Medivh to get the Gul'dan, don't kick the Gul'dan, maybe kick the Ana or the Falstad.
Yeah, so the way I use Dragon Knight kick is I almost always do it on the person with the highest consistent like single target DPS, because like that means the Dragon Knight's gonna live for the most like time or whatever if you kick away the person, since basically you're making only 4 people able to hit the DK instead of 5, and then if you're kicking away the highest single target person, that's good. So like them, they're probably gonna try and kick away Medivh if they can. Otherwise, Jaina's their most likely target. Otherwise, if you can't like access that person, the highest DPS, you most likely just kick away the tank, because then it makes it a lot harder for them to step up into the DK to poke it, and so it's kind of the same thing. And the tank is normally the one stepping up into you, and he's the one that is like relying, or that their team is relying on to like engage past the DK on your backline and stuff like that. So those are kind of the ways that I think about the Dragon Knight kick. So yeah, their priority is probably Medivh. If not him, then Jaina. If not, then Garrosh. Your priority, I think, is definitely Falstad if you can reach him. Otherwise, Gul'dan's not bad as a secondary thing, but he's also your kill target, so I think knocking away Johanna could be fine. She has her Unstoppable though, so you would have to time it around that. Rexar's going to be hard to hit, and so is Ana, so you don't really have a good kick target, but that's kind of okay, because you're mostly using DK for Siege. One thing on portals, if you're scared for Gul'dan Horrify, is depending on where the portal's placed, you can have Malfurion take the portal and just instant Twilight Dream and try and get the Gul'dan before he can react, pretty much, if he's in range, to get the Horrify off. And if he's silenced and then you all come through, then that should be good. The Falstad should be going Gust, so worst case scenario, if you do that, you trade Gust for it and you all get blown away or something. Depending on if he Gusts immediately after the dream or if he waits for you all to come through the portal and stuff. So that's kind of an option. The other worry is if you portal in aggressively, you'll get gusted into their forts and keeps, and then like stuck there with Johanna, Blessed Shield, and stuff. So yeah, it's mostly Garrosh is gonna go through portals since he has Unstoppable, and the rest are a little bit
Actually, I think
unsafe.
Falstad's a better kick, 'cause then he can't gust.
Yeah.
Yeah, kicking away Falstad so he can't gust is also a good point.
I do, and I don't have them on me right now. Having skill shots. Remember, Raven Familiar gives you a lot of extra damage if you auto attack, so control your auto attacks. You can use it to avert hate or what is focus fire.
Come, friend. The field of battle lies before us.
Oh, not Paradox is coaching them. See? Is this
Um,
the one that was streamed? I don't
I will
remember.
call out portals, and I will try to put the first portal in a bush so that you can see it, but they can't.
Okay.
Did you come up with a good radio call out for the fact that you have a half portal down?
My radio call out would be probably just look portal or something. As far as I know, if you're taking the portal mastery at level 1 on Medivh, I forget exactly which order it is, but you should be able to place the one, like the one key or whatever, the thing that's right here. You should be able to place that first half of the portal down, and then your team is not only able to see that that portal is down, the enemy team can't see it, that it's like prepped to be ready or whatever, but I think your team can also see the radius of where you can place the next portal. Um, and then I believe you can place the next portal part of that, like, globally, almost. There's a video, I'll have to find it and maybe post it if I can find it after this. I won't do it right now, but there's a way to, like, mess with the portals using Portal Mastery that you can, like, place the second half of the portal globally. So, like, you can place a portal, like, in this bush mid or something, and then you can go top or bottom or whatever, and then place the other half, like, behind the gate or something so that your Garrosh can, like, get into this bush or whatever. I don't know if that reaches, but I'm just saying for an example. So,
I'll just
yeah, my portal callout would be, like, look portal or something. Or even you could say, like, crafty look portal or something. You know, call out who the portal is going to be near if they're not paying attention or something, or if you're using it to, like, specifically for one person's mobility or something. Probably to get crafty either in or out, or, you know, save somebody else over a wall or something. So
say one.
Okay, that's good.
he's just going to say one. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever works. I mean, it's fine, but
One. Go. Oh shit! No, no, no! I hit the wrong button. One. Go.
guys get a good throw onto Ana. Yep. So I'm gonna have to, like, do this really slowly. Medivh, you're making this hard on me here. Okay. So is there a way I'll actually slow this down a little bit, I think. So you portal in. This is Yrel and Garrosh here. You throw in the Ana. They get stunned by Johanna? Or Rexar, one of the two. I think Rexar, because Johanna's wouldn't be a stun. You protect Crafty while your team is killing Ana. You guys don't get the kill on her. The portal is timing out, so they should take the portal back out. If Yrel still has her jump, which she should, she can just leap out. Worst case scenario, that was a good knockback away too. And right now, yeah, Pi should just be spam Q. And he's mostly looking for stacks. I think it's going to be hard for you guys to look for kills before, like, Jaina's, like, level 4 and level 7. Because then she, like, especially when you did this, is, like, her spells probably got body blocked by minions or something. And then the Medivh, like, his DPS doubles as soon as you get his quest done, pretty much, so. Yeah, Yrel's kind of in trouble. She can leap out, though, I think. Maybe not. Johanna used her Unstoppable. Okay, so Yrel's out now. Cool. So yeah, otherwise, like, that level 1 was pretty fine.
Going to top.
The other part of this is you guys get kind of baited into chasing for kills and stuff here. And, like, based on how the level 1 went, like, Johanna
I hit the wrong button.
scouted this bush or whatever, but the rest of her team is staying pretty far back. I think it's kind of unlikely that you even get a kill level 1, and you don't even really need to look for it. That I would probably just drop Blizzard on the wave and then use the portals just to rotate bottom. And you just keep Garrosh in this lower part of this triangle here on the, whatever, bottom right side of the triangle. and just try and stall their rotation, and maybe look for a kill on the rotate that way. And you're just trying to zone them off of the bot lane XP. If they're smart, they'll have either Gul'dan or Falstad. Probably Falstad would be bottom to start with in the first place. And yeah, like instead of using portals, like just to try and fish for kills, use portals to disrupt rotations or to speed up your own rotations, and then use the rotation advantage to get kills. You don't even really need kills though, because if their rotations are disrupted enough, you'll out wave clear them, and then like if they can't rotate through here and they have to take the long rotations or whatever, you'll be ahead on wave clear, you'll be able to get your camp out fast, and then once the camp is pushing bottom and they can't rotate as fast, you'll be able to find a 4v3 or a 4v2 or something on bot side and control bot side, and at that point you can probably just have Medivh head top lane and help out your Rel and just kind of bully away the Rexar, and you guys should be able to hold bottom for long enough to be okay, I think. Because, like, Falstad, Gul'dan, it's really hard, and Ana, it's really hard for them to step up into you bot lane, especially if they don't have the waves cleared already, which Gul'dan should be able to handle the waves a bit better, but, like, Johanna's the only one that can step up into you, and you don't really have pressure for Johanna with just Jaina, but you guys should just be able to body block in that like bottom bush corner thing on the bot point that I feel like you should be fine. So yeah, this level 1, it's like, did it go bad? Not necessarily. Could it have gone better? Probably, but it's not, like, doesn't make a huge difference either way, really.
I'm on the Joe right now.
But it does mean that you guys are missing the bot lane XP here.
Okay.
And now, like, they have control of these bushes and you guys don't. So this is a good portal by Pi. I actually think Crafty should have taken this portal as well, but it's fine. Good dismount. I would have maybe even looked for a root on this corner as Malfurion, and you guys can maybe get a free kill this way. So this is kind of exactly what I mean of, like, you can get picks on rotations, because it's pretty unsafe for Gul'dan to, like, be rotating through here. Especially, he's the one going first. Like, where's his Johanna? Where's his Ana? Where's the rest of his team? No idea. So yeah, if you had looked for a root here, and then Crafty's still mounted, that you probably get a root into like a Jaina slow, and then he's stunned by the Garrosh Q, and then flipped back in, and he's like 100% dead. So yeah, Crafty has the right idea here.
He's isolated.
Yeah, Johanna went around this way, he's crazy. Yeah, using throw like that's fine. I don't know how long the cooldown on throw is, it's like 16 seconds, 18, something like that, 12? I don't remember, but I would probably just hold the cooldown, because, like, there's no way I'm killing Johanna, and she's not really threatening anybody, so I would just hold the cooldown there, but it's not a big deal either way.
Thank you.
Yep, okay, so, camp just spawned, you probably want to have... Ooh, that's actually tough. You don't really have a good option of who does this camp, because Jaina wants to be clearing waves, and you need her for the wave clear, but Medivh needs stacks, and his camp clear is, like, atrociously bad. I might actually have Malfurion solo the camp. And Jaina can W mid with Garrosh helping her. And Garrosh is probably just gonna safe soak mid right now. And Jaina dumps a blizzard on mid and then rotating to bottom, comes through here, drops like WQ, or EQ I mean, on the camp to help Malfurion, and then rotates down to like blizzard this wave. So something like that probably has to happen with Medivh just making sure that Garrosh and Jaina are going to be safe, so he just kind of plays in the triangle area and then rotates to help whichever side needs him. But you guys really want to get this camp out first. They're behind on the rotations, so like you can see Gul'dan's not down here clearing this, Johanna's tanking it. This is a good portal. Look for a throw and Falstad.
Top.
It's close.
I think the cooldown too.
So, something I've noticed is you guys didn't really plan of who was going to take this camp and plan that from draft, because especially drafting Medivh and stuff, it makes that a lot trickier.
Start behind on top.
Yeah, Urel's always going to be behind Rexar early game without help, I think. If she gets a bruiser camp or something top lane, that'll help a lot. Scrafty's still looking for picks. There's no Medivh portal, so yeah, Falstead can just run away.
Rotating straight down.
Coming.
Medivh still needs stacks.
Portal.
Portal call probably could have been sooner, but it's fine. So yeah, you guys always lose control of top, but I don't think you needed to lose control of bottom here, because like you guys could have had your camp out and pushing in this lane for like 10 seconds right now, and instead you're like looking for picks on mid lane. So I think just kind of be disciplined in the early game. You know, gotta make the rotations. Like the first 3 minutes of almost every game are like very set in stone, where you're pretty much going to do the same things, which is rotate between lanes, make sure the waves are cleared, get the camp as soon as it spawns, and then like get control of this, and then that'll last you until like 2.5 minutes or something, and then it kind of starts diverging. But that early game, like whatever plan, pretty much stays set in stone, consistent, no matter what, almost, as much as it can, I guess.
They have Falstead in mid.
But this is good. You guys are holding control of bottom. You are
He was showing in mid a moment ago.
going to be losing some soak mid. Medivh is not heading up there.
Blizzard.
So yeah, you want Medivh to probably be staying more so bot side, because they'll probably just have... They should have Falstad bot lane and Gul'dan mid, I think, maybe? Well, that's actually kind of tricky. I don't know, but the point is, they should have 3 people bot lane, and so that'll be 3 times as many people for Medivh to get stacks off of.
They're probably on their camp now.
Yeah, they should be.
Whatever's fine.
Yeah, I think Medivh could be scouting a bit more too.
Mid soak.
Do y'all want this portal?
They're on the camp. Yeah, so this is a good example of them being behind on rotations. So if this camp call invade was like a bit clearer, you know Falstad like is stuck mid, you know Johanna's stuck bottom, and their rotation paths, if they want to go like safe and meet up with their team on the backside of the forts, are really long ways. And you guys are controlling Delta right now, so they can't go through there either. So you guys could get like a 4v2 on this camp, and that should be a way that you secure the camp or whatever.
Yep.
This route
All
is
stays in the back.
pretty rough. That's a good portal in, actually. Because you guys can
Falstead.
kind of just zone off the Falstead here. Especially, I would portal in just to disable the Falstead lightning rod thing. So just wait for it to pulse and go, like, disabled out or whatever, and then portal back in. And near level 4, I forget which level it is, but I think level 4 is the Raven Familiar, so then you would get an auto bonus on the Falstead as well coming back. So, just taking a portal out and then back in really fast would be good. But it's fine, you guys zone off the Falstead.
Attempting.
You guys get the camp steal, because yeah, the Falstead can't do anything. The Johanna's stuck over here while the rest of her team had to back up. So like, Johanna was coming in from this side over here and coming in, and the rest of her team was like stuck going out over here. They both, like, the 2 squishies would have had to go through your team to meet up with the Johanna. And so, yeah, like, that was pretty much how that should have happened. You guys lost a wave mid for it, but getting the camp
You guys
XP kind of evens it out.
Through Joe.
You guys don't see Falstead anymore. He's low, so he probably backed, but he could fly top. And top is pushing, and now you don't see any of them anywhere. So I would probably have Urel back off here. You're controlling bottom, so you're fine. You got a camp invade. They'll have to defend that. I think while they're defending this camp, you guys can push this wave in. Actually, you don't even need to push it. You could just freeze it here with one hero or whatever, so that way they have to like come out to try and soak it. And then you guys can have probably Jaina and Malfurion try and burst down the camp now, because that way they'll spend 20 or 30 seconds clearing this bruiser camp, and then they'll spend another 20 or 30 seconds once your bruiser camp is cleared and comes into the lane. So you're kind of like making them not active on the bottom side of the map on taking back the bot shrine for like a solid 45 seconds or something. And you can use that to maybe rotate somebody up to help Urel and get a DK out of it or something
The wall.
while they're having to defend it. Because if they have a camp pushing that's like, you know, at this pushed up point in the lane or whatever, and especially if it's hitting their towers, they're going to clear the camp before they ever like step past it onto the point. They won't ignore the siege camp pretty much
Going in.
Falstead's making
most of the time. So that's a good portal, and they rotate.
We're taking bottom shrine.
But you lose control of bottom. So luckily they didn't gank top at all, and Urel is able to hold it, but she probably can't hold it indefinitely. and you guys all left bottom. So even if you like capped it right now, I can see Johanna's already standing on it, and so that there's no way you really cap DK. You're now even on XP, and you didn't get the camp out still.
I got top for the moment. He's being lazy with his micro.
So the camp, I forget what the respawn time on it is. I think it's 1.5 minutes. So if you had gotten it right as it spawned at 1 minute, and then it's dead by like 1:30, it would be back up around this time, and you would have had like a second camp pushing even right now. So not only would you have invaded the camp, but you would have gotten 2 camps for their 1, even if your invade had, like, the worst case that happens on the invade is they adequately defend it. They maybe lose some XP from the waves because they had to peel Falstad around and Johanna back around. And they maybe lose some XP from the waves that are in the lanes. And then the worst case scenario is you back off. And then you just wasted a bunch of their time. And you got rotation advantages again. So worst case scenario, they could have gotten 1 camp to your 2 at this point. If you guys were
There's Falstad in
a
top.
bit more,
Leave
whatever,
shrine.
on top of things. That's a good throw on the Gul'dan. Crafty could have probably called out the throw a bit better, like throw Gul'dan or something, or throwing Gul'dan back, something like that. I would try and ping where the Gul'dan is going to get thrown to, too. Like, say he's going in behind me or something, or even ping, like, assist on this corner of the bush or something like that. But it's fine. This Gul'dan should probably be dead.
Coming.
Root on him. Root on
Oh,
him.
I thought he was going in this bush. He went on top. That's kind of awkward. It's a good route, though. Jaina's getting stunned and Anna's here. I feel like he still can die, but it is tricky, especially with Garrosh slept. Jaina already used Blizzard, maybe?
There's Falstad in top. I have to leave.
If Jaina has Blizzard, he should die.
Root on him. Root on.
Yeah, okay. So he should be rooted in the Blizzard and then slowed, and like he shouldn't be able to live here, I don't think. Yeah, you're kind of stuck on this corner though, and you would want to go around this way to chase in after him, I think. So you're kind of like reaching for the Blizzard, but now Johanna's going to be like body blocking you, so you probably can't chase in.
Two top,
So yeah, he
two top,
lives.
top.
Eating damage.
The Ana healing's pretty insane.
Alright, pulling back to the objective.
This portal could go over here, and you guys could get a pick on Gul'dan or Ana still, I think. Just have Crafty go in away from the Johanna.
1.
Now you're trying to stall the point, though.
Got 2.
Yeah, that's the right idea on the portal.
Missing
messed
top,
it up.
missing top, missing
Okay.
top, missing top.
The throw didn't happen, at least. Oh, they got DK. So the portal timing was kind of awkward, because
Missing top, missing
it
top,
peeled
missing
the
top.
Johanna off, but then it also meant
Top,
that you
missing top.
guys
He's big bottom.
weren't controlling bottom, and so they got DK. So, I mean, not the end of the world.
Probably better to hear that earlier.
So Medivh definitely wants to defend and just match the DK wherever he is. He wants to stay behind the wall, but then
Dragon.
Medivh just spam Q on the DK.
Probably should have just tried
and
to take the
free
bottom
stack on
because
him.
There were two
They
top.
have a Joe. It's
All
gonna
day
take us
long.
a while to take anything back from bottom when they have it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take the fire damage or whatever, it doesn't matter. But just keep spamming Q. I wouldn't match the DK if it goes top, probably. I would defend bottom. Maybe Pi follows it, but the other two go bottom.
Coming
I've
bottom.
got a lot of push going on down here.
Yeah, I think you need Jaina bottom to defend that. Grell needs to be very careful here. Okay, you have the big heals. Yeah, it's fine. Malfurion matching DK is also pretty good, actually, with the Moonfire free heals. It's a good portal. You can drop a root, because he'll knock back after the DK dies. It's the same thing as the Volskaya mech explosion. But, I mean, he'll be stood still or whatever, so you could drop a root maybe and
On my way back.
get him out of that, but it's fine.
So they got the bottom wall towers.
Rexar's missing. Rexar's missing. He might be on the. Oh, he's here. He's here.
So you're level 7, so Jaina definitely should be looking to do the camp now. There's no shrines up or whatever, so there's no real reason you guys need to be pushed out in the lanes, so you're completely fine where you are right now.
Yeah, I'm
Falstad is way out of position.
I'm sucking bottom now.
Falstad bot.
They're rotating up
Yeah,
the
they're
top.
controlling Delta. Ooh, good sleep.
I have free pushing down here.
I wouldn't necessarily have rotated through there with Medivh. I mean, I know you had the idea that you were probably going to go to mid through this anyway, but it was a little bit dangerous. If you were in bird form, it would have been fine, obviously, but
To Joe.
maybe you just wanted vision if they were doing the camp. That's fine. It's reasonable, actually.
I'm just gonna start double soaking.
Okay.
portal. That's all good.
Yeah, I still think you guys are kind of trying to play the portal stuff too fancy for your own good. Like I think you guys could have had Jaina drop a blizzard on this wave and then rotated and gotten a portal on the Falstead and probably killed him instead. And then use that pressure of they have to rotate through there because you would control Delta. Controlling Delta is like so important on this map. But then you can use that to get your camp and maybe the Bruiser camp even, and that way you'll have the two camps pushing the lanes as the next shrines are coming up. Especially the Bruiser would help out Yrel a lot. And then maybe you can even use that because they'll probably have to have either Falstad or Gul'dan help defend top lane from the Bruisers. That you can use that to maybe get the bottom Bruisers. And then that'll get you most of the way to level 10. And if you can zone them off of XP or something to level 10 and get level 10 first, you guys should be able to win a DK off that, I think. Let's see. So for ults, I would most likely go Twilight Dream. Definitely go Taunt. Probably Welly, because you don't have setup for Ring. Well, you do have Leyline, maybe. Yrel obviously goes the Deflect ult, or the whatever, invulnerable ult that heals her or whatever. So yeah, the question is kind of Polybomb or Leyline, and that kind of depends on Jaina too. Let's see. Poly's good to counter Nano Boost. Leyline could set up Ring, but it's a little bit awkward since the Leyline won't be time stopping everybody all at the same moment in time, because like it like staggers the time stops, you know. I mean, if they're really clumped, it could be good, but I think I like Polybomb better personally, and Welly. Partly because you don't really need them to be rooted, I think. You're already gonna have a root from Medivh, or from my Malfurion. But I think the slows are going to be more important in terms of keeping up with people. If everybody's slowed, Garrosh's team fighting is like way better. And it'll help you stack up your Ice Block quest a lot faster. So yeah, I think I would go Polybomb, Welly. But it is actually kind of a choice. It is kind of a choice. I wouldn't necessarily be upset if you went Leyline Ring.
This is a constant
And at least tried for it, but
Okay, I can't really double soak this, not against the Falstead.
No.
Coming mid.
Their camp is.
so yeah, it feels to me like you guys aren't really planning out what your plan is for macro. Like, Crafty's just here hoping somebody face checks him that's squishy, which like they might do, but probably not against a good team. It's Johanna face checking it every time. She shouldn't even be face checking it. She should be flashlight blinding it the bush, but whatever. Their camp just came off cooldown, but I mean you can see what I mean by like I had a plan of do this camp which gets you lane priority, and then do the other camp that'll help out Yrel. She doesn't need to double soak. You should be able to soak the bot 2 lanes with Jaina Blizzards and the rotate advantage from Medivh. And you can maybe use that to get the Bruiser camp, and that should get you most of the way to level 10, and the objectives will be up around that time, and you can maybe win a DK, and then push bottom with that.
I can't check it.
So yeah, Jaina's gonna go do the camp now. It's good, right idea, just maybe slightly late or whatever. They got their Bruisers, that's fine. They did that because their siege camp wasn't up until like 5 or 10 seconds ago. I don't know if Falstead went bribe or not, but maybe he bribed that. If not, I wouldn't expect him to go bribe, I don't think. If not, they just spent their time doing that anyway. You see Rexar top lane. We saw Johanna Gul'dan bottom. We don't see where Ana is. Ana could have been helping the Falstead on the camp. I would have to go back and look. Let's see. The question is, do you need to send somebody up to deal with the bruiser camp top lane? And if so, who? Or do you need to keep people bot side to control bottom? And do you maybe invade their siege camp again? Before they're level 10. I kind of like invading better, personally. You can kind of split the difference, and you could just clear this and then immediately get the bruiser camp like I suggested after this, and then use the... You just match the bruiser camp stop lane, and that should be enough for URL to kind of be okay. Because they sent the DK top, also, that also kind of plays into this a little bit. That the top lane's already weakened a little bit. It's kind of weird. Kinda weird. I think if they show people top lane, I would actually, instead of doing the top lane bruisers, or invading the siege camp, maybe I would invade the siege camp first, yeah. I would invade the siege camp first if they showed somebody else top lane, and then I would go take the bot lane bruisers, and I would just push bottom. And try and take as much of the bottom fort and the wall as I could. But if they don't show people top lane, I think... Because they had 2 bot lane already. Yeah, they probably won't show people top lane. So yeah, I guess just doing the bruisers is fine. I think you either do your bruisers or you invade their sieges for people.
Can I rotate up and do our bruisers then? This should de-push bottom for a bit.
You can see this map is kind of complicated, and it takes like a lot of communication. Medivh kind of makes it more complicated, actually. Because of, like... You have sort of weaker wave clear, but better rotations at the same time. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, you can see like it takes me even like a while to kind of plan things out. And that's kind of why you kind of need to plan stuff in advance, is so that you're not having to like spend 2 minutes or whatever talking through all that as it's happening. You can kind of like have a rough idea, and then it just changes based on new information as you go. And you can adjust it. And that's a lot easier. So yeah, this is the right idea. I'm okay with this. They got their siege camp, that's fine. I feel like they did that pretty fast. Falstead maybe bribed that. I guess they have pretty fast clear. Yep, that will be level 10 first. You have Medivh top lane.
And they have camp pushing bottom now.
Yep.
Okay.
With 10.
Catching mid soak and then I'm coming bottom.
I'm going straight bot.
There must always be a dragon knight,
Careful, Pat.
but will it be you?
Coming bottom as well.
So you can see what I mean, that you're most likely not winning top lane shrine until the bruiser camp is up there to help. It's also because you're down level 10 right now. And then, because they have their siege camp pressured up in the lane, that they'll get control of the bot shrine. So, Medivh kind of has to stay top to help Urel
I'm attempting to take top.
while you guys defend bottom long enough.
Their ults are Nano, Gust, Shield, Rain of Destruction, and
Don't
Beast
worry
Drive.
about me, Pi.
I
Unless
know,
you're...
I'm just stacking.
There's 2 top.
Okay, pushing in.
Yep. Good sleep.
Left.
Okay. So, the only reason that you're able to step up like this is because Johanna's standing in the lane for no reason.
Shield, Rain of Destruction, and
Don't
Beast
worry
Drive.
about me, Pi.
Like, Anna's in the right place. Anna should be in the right bush, and Gul'dan should be kind of in the right bush. Gul'dan can be in the lane, actually. But Johanna should be stood in this bush and not moving. And if you walk up to the bush, she just body blocks you and makes you pop Unstoppable to handle, like, Bless Shield or Condemn or something.
Slept.
And Gul'dan shouldn't really ever be able to kill Garrosh right now, but the point is, you shouldn't be able to walk at this for free. You should, like, Jaina feels no threat right now because Johanna walked herself back all the way back here. If Jane is like worrying about Bless Shield coming out and then getting horrified in or something with like a nanoed Gul'dan, like their kill target is most likely Rabbit or Sulsketo, not Crafty. But Johanna's just giving up all her pressure in the lane for free. And now she's trying to come around this way, even though her DPS is all the way back here.
I saw you missed that.
Yep, throw her out,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
my last one too.
Now you guys have an advantage on DK. Medivh can probably just portal to DK and cap it. Falstead shouldn't be able to fly fast enough to disrupt you with a gust. And I don't think he can barrel roll down there fast enough in time either, and Anna's not Eye of Horus. So I think you can just portal to the DK and cap it.
Rotating mid.
Gift on her.
In Crafty, if you die for it, it's worth it.
Falsehead's
But
flying.
just keep standing on the thing.
Falsehead's flying.
Okay, he did fly fast enough actually, because he predicted you would do that. Okay, well then you traded out fly cooldown for it, and fly is like a 90-second cooldown or whatever, and you can just do this same thing again like as soon as portal cooldown is up, which is like 10-20 seconds from now. So at this point, you probably have to go help bottom, but you can get a 4v3 on bottom because Falstead used fly or whatever. So you used ring here. This is actually a really well placed ring. Maybe I would have placed it slightly more on the top side of this bush, and that way it like is curved sort of in this area, like from Anna to this tree and to the Johanna is kind of probably where I would have placed it. Because Gul'dan looks like he wants to step in to chase the Crafty, so he would like be forced to make the choice of, do I tank a ring or do I have to give up pressuring the garage? And then Johanna probably also can't walk through it as easily, because right now she just has to walk like 2 steps or whatever, and then she's in the safe zone. Whereas if it was like curved or whatever, she would have to like go down at a weird angle here, and then she can't walk through the bush and stuff like that. And that way Solskido and stuff can pressure her a bit more and get more healing on the garage. But yeah, I think going Welly here would have helped you guys a lot. It would have helped pressure the Johanna a lot more in fights as well. But it lands on Anna, that's good. Unfortunately, you guys are kind of poked out, and you can't really pressure the Anna at all.
Rotating.
They haven't used Nano or Rain yet, right?
Rotating back.
Okay. So yep, good call on Medivh to come bottom. Yep, just keep holding this.
Joe is slow.
Yep. Joe's pressured now. I would silence before rooting here, honestly.
Go, please.
Because if you silence her first, she can't unstoppable. And then she'll be slowed, and that way you can land the root even easier. Plus you'll be able to see, is she going down or is she going up? Whereas right now you're just kind of have to like place it. Generally you would want to like kind of try and place the root like ahead of time, and that's kind of with Crafty that you would want to be calling out that you're looking for throw a bit earlier, so that he could place a root that you can like throw it on top of the root, rather than trying to follow up throw with the root, if that makes sense. But it's not a big deal. You guys should be able to kill her, I think. There's Horrify coming out. Looks like it's gonna hit Crafty and Rabid. It might hit Solskido. Oh, that wasn't Horrify, just kidding. Wait, because he went Rain. Oh, okay. I'm confused. There was a purple circle here. Anyway, I would honestly just Twilight Dream right now just to try and secure this kill. And then Gul'dan and Anna, it's 2v4. They can't do shit. It's worth it.
Nice.
Moonfire kill. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, that's sad, because she shouldn't have lived. Medivh is stacked. Hey, thumbs up. That's good. Yeah, kill Anna. What is she doing? Where's she going?
Bottom objective.
Crafty, you're already winning objective.
We got the top.
Kill this guy. Team, kill the Anna.
Objective.
Alfurion could just, like, walk this way and just drop a root in this gate, and, like, in 2 seconds. And Anna's never getting back there in
I
time.
don't know where
She
that-
should be 100% dead. Okay, so you guys kind of missed, like, 2 kills, but
Oh
it's
my
fine.
gosh, I had one down.
You guys are more worried about winning DK here.
Going to mid.
I think you either chase the kills, or you race for DK sooner, because now Johanna can probably get here in time to stall you.
Back off of top objective.
Or false
Okay,
dead's
y'all
here
hold
again.
off. I should be channeling.
Good root.
Left. We're
There's
rotating
2
out now.
mid.
Falstad, Joe are already mid.
Joe's gonna
Leaving
stall
top
you.
objective.
Cooldown behind us. Rain of
Okay, they
Destruction
used
down.
Rain and Nano.
Went in.
Yeah, you guys are out kind of far for not having a tank here. I think if anyone stays bottom, it's actually Pi. Because he's going to have the fastest rotate speed up to mid. Because it doesn't look like they're contesting bottom at all to me. And they can't really, because they tried contesting bottom, and it was 4v3, and they already used false dead fly.
Left.
So the problem is, like, you guys have the rotation advantage as long as fly is on cooldown on the
Rotating out
objectives.
now.
and it's also Rexar's slowly pushing off the Urel from top lane. So all they have to do is stall mid long enough that Rexar can retake top. That's what they're communicating right now, and you even see Ana leaving bottom.
Left.
Right now, Ana and Gul'dan are
Rotating
leaving
up
bottom. Yeah. So at that point, Garrosh should leave and follow them, I think.
Falstad, Joe are already mid.
And then, yeah, I don't even think you guys can try for this cap. What you should be doing is trying to control the bushes here and splitting, like having Garrosh coming in behind them from the right side. Or maybe even, actually he should probably come through the left side so that he doesn't show on the minion wave, maybe, if he can. And then come in behind them and try and get like a kill on the Ana and Gul'dan, because they're really out of position right now. But instead, you guys are the ones kind of out of position, so...
Gul'dan behind us. Rain of Destruction down.
That's Nano Rain, it does a bunch of damage. And yeah, you guys are just out too far and kind of get caught.
That did a lot more damage than I was expecting.
And I kind of agree with you that
They're gonna get bottom back now.
Nano Rain did a lot of damage.
They have top back
Coming,
armor.
coming top, coming top.
Yeah, Crafty, you can't control bottom
He's
here.
in, looking for the Rexar.
Medivh
I
should be
think
able to
what-
stall DK
Right, I'm waiting for him to push on.
long enough that it should be alright. Because they have to retake all of bot lane first.
I
And now
can
you're
jump up if
retaking
you want.
top, so that's good.
They're taking bottom.
Yeah, they're gonna push bottom instead though, because they know they can't win DK.
Portal.
Oh god,
Nice.
thank you. Almost fucked that up.
Interrupted it.
Coming down.
Okay.
coming down.
That was his fly, I guess. And you got a gust out of it.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
That's good.
Their camp is up. Oh, Gul'dan's here.
They used,
Rotating back down to bottom.
or they took a bot fort.
I'm looking at their
It's
camp.
good sleep. Yeah, I like invading their camp.
Down 2 heroes.
Actually, I don't like invading their camp. The objective is still up. Okay. Yeah, Urel should go for the objective now, and I would just have 4 people sit mid and defend the objective because they can't do shit.
I'm about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good call. I would maybe have Medivh down there helping, and yeah, I would sit Garrosh in this bush, and then like Jaina and Malfurion over here. Jaina probably wants to clear the wave, and then
Start putting the
yeah,
portals
just
around
make sure
them.
they can't step up. Like if you guys have Portal with Garrosh here, Gul'dan's inting, and then you get another staggered death and DK.
Nobody top, but it should be okay.
Coming in.
Look for channel, please.
I'm channeling.
Yeah, Medivh, try and channel. I would maybe want Malfurion to be in this bush too, so that he could get a dream onto Johanna or something
That's certainly interrupt.
when she steps up.
Going.
That's their only interrupt. You guys got it. That's good. Nice.
I'm going top.
Falstad, Falstad.
Oof. Okay, that false stat was. He's crazy. All right.
I'm away bot.
Yep. Drop a Q mid. Hit both towers. Go bottom.
Let's push this wave out.
Jaina should get the wave. You should go Q the towers as
All
DK,
missing. All missing.
Just gonna fire the front.
and then back up. Yep. Knock away false dead.
Oh, sorry, I kicked him.
Nope. That's good. He does the
I'm
most
gonna catch
damage
mid
to
and
you
then Join you guys.
in
Rotating
DK.
Portal.
Queuing the wave is fine, but I think then you want to back up a bit more, and you want your wave to push in. Right now you're kind of queuing the wave and tanking the heroes. If you're gonna be tanking the heroes, I think you want to queue the towers instead of, or like in addition to the wave or whatever. But it's not a huge deal. But yeah,
In the
I would
DK.
back up a little more so they can't free hit you. This is a good call on the Rexar. I would knock away the Johanna at this point, and then he's gonna throw. You drop a root right now, and you walk in like 2 steps, dream, and then Jaina presses every button in this general area, and then Rexar should die. You probably have a DKQ also up in a second, but DK can just auto him like once or twice. So yeah, I would knock away Johanna, and then follow up this Rexar kill. So yeah, like I can see that this is happening
He's in there.
from
In the DK. We don't have portal.
right now. Like I can see Crafty's gonna be able to throw their Rexar, most likely. And Crafty's not really calling it as much as he should, kind of. And Jaina's in the right place. Malfurion could be down a little bit more, because I think you want to be trying to Moonfire multiple heroes, and like they're going to be clumped here. I would also want to be looking for a route through the gate to block off their escape paths and stuff. But it's not a huge deal. You are kind of getting zoned back by the Johanna. Johanna is just stepping up really, really far, and she's playing topside for some reason, while the rest of her team is botside. Like, if Johanna was up here, she's trying to clear the wave, because you queued the wave with DK, which is good. But yeah, anyway, this should be like a free Rexar kill, I think.
Rexar.
You're looking for the root. You are kind of having to reach for it, you see. It's like out of range here slightly.
Rex,
That's a good taunt. Yeah, he's gonna get hit by that root. Dream immediately after this. Like, walk in one step or whatever and dream just to secure the
rooted
kill.
after this.
Okay, you don't even need to. Cool. Ana got hit by this. Everybody should be screaming, Ana rooted. And I think you guys can kill her. Maybe I'm wrong. I still think you guys can kill her, actually. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a little bit insane. You did go ley line. Yeah. Oh, but Medivh's in the thing. I see. That's the problem. Okay. Alright, you probably can't kill Ana, but
Falstad, I think.
I don't know, that root lasted a while and you got a stun. You guys could have definitely killed Ana if you guys had all been calling Ana and you stepped in and dreamed so that she couldn't grenade herself out of the root or anything once that came up, and then just like spammed Moonfire and spells on her. She probably dies.
Falsa did
Okay,
fly.
so the calling was a little bit slow, but it's fine. You guys should be
I
able to
root
get the
3.
bot fort here.
Ready for portal.
I have root.
Medivh is
So you tried to kick Gul'dan here. I think I would sooner kick Falstad. He flew, but he still has Gust, I believe. And you guys are especially vulnerable if, like, Medivh, if he gusts away the rest of your team or something, and Medivh is stuck with DK or something like that. So I would still kick away Falstad, but here I would also maybe have kicked away Johanna instead, just so that they don't have as good of wave clear. I mean, kicking Gul'dan isn't that bad. I don't know, it's fine.
Dragon.
Medivh's in the dragon.
Oh, right, okay.
Good Q on the wave in the tower. You guys killed the well.
Just getting whatever seed I can.
Yep, that's good. You went the area ult on your rel. Interesting. I would definitely go the invulnerability one that heals you. I think it's just a lot stronger. Ironically, it's stronger for point fights to have that ult than the ult that makes you stay in the area. I don't know why, but yeah. Basically, it's like if they have 1 or 2 people there, you can stand on the point for, I don't know, however long it lasts, like 3 seconds or something. And they can't really push you off for an extra 3 seconds. In addition to Medivh Protect, like, you just have a lot more survivability for that, I think. Plus with all their kind of like spread AoE damage with like Gul'dan Rain and stuff, that you should be able to get a decent bit of healing out of it in fights
Leave.
if you dive in. Okay, so Scott's kind of in there pretty deep, but he's also hella tanky. Falstad is split from their team. I wouldn't be calling leave, I would be calling Falstad here. Especially if he rolls in. If you can get this throw or a taunt here or something, taunt's still on cooldown. Yeah, if you guys get CC and this gust doesn't come out, this is like a free kill. So he gusts 2 of you. Yeah, this is like why there's a problem. That's a good portal there. They're just gonna CC you away from the portal though. Crafty might be able to get there in
Falstad's
time.
rooted.
Okay, yeah, just try and trade Falstad, I think, for Crafty, and then back up. Your else should be able to get to the portal. This condemn is kind of tricky though.
Fine if I can.
Okay, so you trade the Falstad. Can your rel get out? Good
That's all I got.
protect.
I might be okay.
Tried to knock him away. Good heal with the Moonfire. Oof.
Oh,
What?
Close.
My health bar was all green. we can just put that down later. As soon as that Ana ulti the Gul'dan, it was a leave right away.
I think calling the leave there was fine. I think you also could have maybe pressured the Falstad a bit harder,
Interrupt them, but they're just
or been more prepared for the gust. Like, I think the problem was kind of that you weren't calling that Falstad was like looking for
I
gust
didn't
and
think I
stuff,
needed to.
but it's alright. I think this game is still about even, I would say.
Okay, come on. Let's get soak on all.
Medivh's just keeping vision on them.
try to grab
They'll
the
probably be able to get the bruisers. They're just pushing the lane instead.
Once Garrosh gets
Rexar's missing. He's
really-
camping, I'm sure.
They're slightly ahead for
one, do you see it
16s.
over there? Do you see it over there?
But we just blew everything already.
They're
Okay,
on camp.
never mind.
Yeah, they know you have to defend the camp in the lane, so. But getting your camp is good here.
clearing bot.
Yeah. I would have Medivh go scout the bottom bruisers. Johanna's mid, so they're probably not doing it.
Are
They
you
might
there?
invade your bruisers.
Yes.
Might need assistance.
Johanna left. Yeah, I would go scout the bottom bruisers with Medivh.
Okay, let's try to confirm bot here. Look for aggressive
It
portal
won't
if
be
they
long
show to
before
defend.
the shrine
Are they on
is
bottom?
ready
I'm
for
just gonna
its
start this camp.
Okay, you see 2 of them and Johanna, so they're not on it.
I might need help still.
where is
But
With your camp, you guys should be able to get the fort down, and that's really all you want. I would just poke it with Jaina Q and then
They
back
have
off or
16,
whatever.
by the way.
I just need like
As long as you can be
dot,
safe.
maybe one blizzard on this.
Yeah, you could even portal. You could portal in, drop like Kona Code Blizzard, portal out, and be fine. They're gonna be ready to try and flesh shield you off that or whatever, but
Oh shit. They're on one.
you should be able to do it, I think. Okay, you got it. Yeah, good trade.
16, that's all we wanted.
Let's rotate up. See. It's gonna be tricky.
I'm giving
You gotta
top.
stay
I'm
bottom.
giving
You
top.
gotta
I'm giving
stay
top.
bottom. Need this. Need this. Need this.
Giving top, so you have to take bottom. They're 16 though. Yeah, I don't think you can fight into them when they're 16. They're 5 down here also, right? You're giving top, but you see Rexar bottom?
Need this. Need this.
Do you not see Rexar bottom? I see Rexar bottom now. Yeah, they're 5 bottom and you're not 16. I think you guys need to be soaking mid. At this point, you guys need to say 5 bottom, we're not 16 or whatever, that we can't stay on bottom. And if Urel's giving top, then she can rotate mid and probably get 1 stall. But you see 5 of them down here, so you know they're not going to cap DK instantly. So you should be able to back off in time to get 16 here. And then fight when they're 16 or whatever, or when you have people advantage or whatever. Right now, like, seeing if you guys aren't in this position and you're backed off or whatever and you're safe, they're 5 bottom. You guys have a Bruiser camp pushing top. Urel will be able to take that once you guys call out and see this with 16, and then she'll have the Bruiser camp pushing that fort. So they'll probably have to send somebody up there to defend it. That's either going to be Rexar or Falstead. If it's Falstead, you get a fly out of it probably. If it's Rexar, then they just have a lot worse teamfight potential. Falstead doesn't have Gust right now, I believe. And then yeah, you guys should group and then fight with 16s. That's a good time stop. I don't know what the time is on comboing Leyline with Ring, but this feels like an early Ring to me. Yeah, okay. So, because I think time stop is either 2 seconds or 2.5. Or maybe it's even 3 seconds. And Ring is 1.5. So I would at least hold the Ring until I see like these bars at like the halfway point. And this bar at like the halfway point. And right now they're at like 80%. And you can see here it goes off and they're at like 40 or 30%. So yeah. That Ring is early. I like that you went for it. I called that out or whatever, but yeah. That's feels bad. So yeah, fighting here pre-16, 4v5 and missing ults
Falstead's rooted.
is probably game.
Start wrecking me. I'm super low.
I'm going for top.
So let's for the future do my ult into Crafty's ult into your ult.
I have top.
Yeah, into taunt would have been a good idea also.
Down there.
I just realized.
That's a good point, Pi.
Sorry.
Falstead flew top.
It's all good.
They're just gonna try and win DK. Yeah, they're all coming behind Urel, so Urel has to leave at this point.
Joe
Okay.
is
And you guys pretty much need to 3v4 or 3v5 defend mid. Luckily, Gul'dan's pushing bottom. They should just be like 4 people mid
I can contest
with 1 or
top
2
for a
people on
minute.
top.
I don't think we're gonna get anybody.
And Medivh can stall like a fairly long time.
Okay. Coming mid.
Alright, I have to
Safely.
be top now.
Yeah, don't die for Scott.
No, I'm already dead, I think.
And then yeah, Scott staggers to death. That makes it even harder. I don't think Scott needed to die there.
Oh well.
They
And then
I
yeah,
didn't expect him to use Gust on me.
at this point,
I don't know why, but
Each
I don't know
guy-
what they're doing mid, but
Come away.
okay, sorry about that.
I do not know where the rest of their team is. Looking for.
Okay.
They did
Gonna
get
try and go through
a
this.
confirm, right?
Yes.
pretty fast towards the end here because looks like the game ends. And that's pretty much what should happen. You guys maybe get a pick on Gul'dan here.
We have
If Malfurion and Jane are ready, you could maybe portal in and get a pick on Gul'dan, but
I'm coming now.
they scouted it. They're gonna knock away Garrosh,
I
yeah.
don't know why I thought-
If you used Indomitable for that, because Gust is down,
Being around.
that maybe you can
Okay,
get a kill
do you
here.
ult combo?
I'm almost ready.
You do have Leyline Ring.
Hold on,
That's
we don't-
probably your one chance at this
Ult
point.
DK? Are you
Believe
sure?
so. Pretty sure.
I don't know if Time Stop works on DK. It shouldn't. Maybe it does. I don't remember. I should know that. I feel like it does. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea, actually. I feel like Jaina missed Q there. Looks like Gul'dan damage is just pretty insane right now. It's a good throw taunt on Falstead. Goes out, doesn't get the kill. So you guys, yeah, didn't even combo your ults here. You guys are just getting poked down by Gul'dan and Falstead, kinda. And yeah, staggering deaths, and yeah, at this point, game's kind of over.
And if we just blew them all up, then the DK was useless, and probably could have saved the keep.
Fair enough, but if the DK
So yeah, I
was
think
me, then we
you
have no burst.
probably had to fight past DK when it was coming in bot lane. And look to get a pick.
Yep.
Yeah,
And the
Urel
problem
didn't
is
really need to
otherwise
die
we have
mid.
no pressure if we're saving all our ults.
Or top lane, I mean. So I'd say, story of this game, you guys weren't as disciplined getting your camps out and controlling waves. You guys kind of were trying to get too fancy with the Medivh looking for kills instead of just controlling rotations. It felt like the macro wasn't really being planned out as much in advance as it could have or should have been. And that's tricky, especially with Medivh, so I think that'll just come with practice especially. And Dragonshire is one of the hardest maps for that. And this looks like one of your first couple times playing Medivh or whatever. The drafting was passable, but maybe more or less passable depending on if you know what they're going to play and what they draft and whatnot and stuff. But I think could have been done in a bit better of an order. And then mostly it's just more communication, both on looking for kills and CC chain follow-ups and stuff, off Crafty a lot. And then communicating like top and bot side of the map or whatever on who needs to control what and what you're doing and when you back off and stuff like that. And again, just more calling out of like, they're up 16, we don't fight. You know, if you have to give a DK down 16 and just wait to soak for 16 and you lose one keep because of it, that's better than fighting 4v5 down 16 and losing the game from it, you know. So that's my analysis of this game. Otherwise, you guys kept it pretty close. It was just kind of one bad fight at the end, really, kind of, and one staggered death that kind of snowballed very quickly into them just winning the game outright. And yeah, calling out Gust and stuff like that of like what Falstead's going to be looking to do and flank and stuff like that. That if you guys just make a couple fewer mistakes in that game, I think you guys can definitely win those. So yeah, GG's.